Ladies and gentlemen, 'tis the night to be merry with merry men of the round table here we call the Black Table. Plenty with secrets that they will be letting out tonight. Some not liking the positions they've been put in. Others absolutely too glad to be in these positions. We'll let you know in a minute. First off, welcome to the Black Table. A very special edition here, as some of you might know. My name is Mazino Appeal, but I'm not alone. The gang is in the house. No, not that one. I'm talking about the gentlemen that join me every single Friday night here to talk about the world of men and give you an expose into how we think and tick. Everybody loves him. Of course, you need a deck in your life. I mean, what else could you have? Mr. Declan Wright. I mean, Mr. Deck... Oh, I'm Mafi down.
No, save me, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Saved by what? Gang, did you get...
I'm checking him.
What are you checking? Yeah, what are you checking? Thank you very much for having me.
Welcome, Deck.
Thank
and of
you.
course, to put us in trouble one more time, he's out the doghouse in the studio and maybe back in the doghouse after this show. Mr. Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc Oshofa Olamide is in the house. Welcome, man.
I don't like that.
We'll get to it. And then, of course, the mayor of Agungi is here with us. He rolled in, as usual. And, of course, we can't have a show without him. And when we do, we manage without him in any case. But you're welcome. He's got secrets today. Gang, G-A-N-G.
Yes.
Do you want to let it out now?
My brother, what?
Sexuality, and I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's not scared to say the wrong thing because
Even if I try to cross over to that side, they won't accept me. They know this guy is just too straight to just bend. Crazy.
oh boy, tell that to Deck who's right in front of you. In any case,
Am I at the right place? Can I know my offense?
welcome. Today we have a very interesting main topic. We're going to be asking that age-old question many men have been asking.
Many women do not want.
Women. Yeah, exactly. They don't want it. Is it about time to make it mandatory for DNA tests? Let's take a short break. When we get back, we go right into it. We'll be back.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Welcome back. The Black Table Extraordinaire. It's extra smooth today. Welcome. Let's talk about everything that's happened all through the week. First off, what's going on with the internet? As in, seriously, have you been experiencing problems? YouTube, Google especially?
Well, not exactly for me.
You haven't? Wow, I must join your network. Because there is a problem, actually. There's a problem somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean. I don't know which ocean, but there seems to be some fiber optic cable that's been damaged. So, online services have been really bad lately. They've been terrible. I was doing some research from Wednesday into Thursday. Normally this takes me a night. I couldn't finish until this afternoon because we had to use multiple different, you know. You've been experiencing stuff, have you?
Yeah, it's been crazy for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
We heard the rumor that something in some ocean or something has happened, but we haven't had
I think that's
concrete
It's no longer a
details.
rumor, it's actually confirmed.
The fiber optic cable.
So,
Yeah.
concrete details that has now affected. This is the kind of thing that makes me afraid that one day, if the internet just goes off,
What's going to happen to the world?
what's going to happen to the
No,
world?
but
I can give you a good example. So on Thursday, myself and a couple of colleagues, we had this training online, and you know, while we're doing that, 3 different sets of internet connections. Shows how much
Our lives are
our
just
lives are dependent
invested
currently
on
on, you know,
data.
having data and, you know,
Yeah.
the service, the right type
Crazy.
of service.
Makes you wonder, what were our parents doing on the toilet bowl? They didn't have any internet. What were they doing? I mean, think about it.
You know,
when you're on
if
the toilet
think-
bowl, what are
if
you doing?
Think about it properly. You realize that we actually BlackBerry Messenger and all of that. But before then, we used to communicate. Did you, in fact, did you realize?
I have
Did
a
you
story
realize
about
that
you, by the way.
No, hold someone with the landline, you're like, this place is a big phone.
And then-
They
and then
get
you move to
landline for
the-
the house.
not
You know,
like- not-
you know the funny thing is, I remember I used to go to one of my auntie's house, right? Just because I wanted to see a phone.
No, wow.
No, literally.
You wanna
Like,
see it
'cause,
ring,
like I just wanted to
waiting
see.
there for-
I would just be there, you know. And I remember that if they're not watching, I'll just take the stuff and I'll hear that thing, you know that. I'm like, are you serious? See, they
And
get money where?
what I was going to say about Deck was that what most people might not know, and if you do know, Deck is one of the
Founding fathers.
of what you call skits today.
Yeah,
And
actually.
the only
Yeah.
place you find Deck's
Skits.
materials on TV.
Let me interest you to knowing something about this. It's really interesting to know that you actually talked about this because somebody bashed me about this. You know, after talking about all of that, now said, and because you get money now, why?
All the same. I still made it. But in line with this fiber optics thing going bad and us not knowing what to do with our lives,
yeah.
it really made me ask a critical question. What
talking to me about the fact that, you know, you're supposed to come back online, you know, and, you know, the celebrity status and all of that. I got tired of celebrity status. Not because it wasn't interesting. It was nice. I mean, so I was at the Keja one day. I was trying to buy something because I didn't go into skit making at the time for status.
For the fame.
No. For me, I used to act in church. And so I said, okay, let me take this stuff on TV. So I thought the way they react to me in church, like they just pass it, how are you?
Times 100.
That's the way it would be. I remember this. Attacked. And I was, you know, I thought I was being attacked. I was like, help me, you know, that kind of person. No, I love your stuff. I now remember, oh, you watch me on TV. Now, what am I saying? The skit makers and all of that. And I remember seeing one of these guys, I don't want to mention his name, he was on the floor and they were pouring water on his head like
yeah, it makes you think.
like
What could happen if
what
you were-
could happen,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
it makes you feel like, you know,
Credibility,
maybe his life has ended or,
Yeah.
you know.
Wait, so you broke through celebrity status once. I think you need to give him some How long have you been trying to be a celebrity?
I've never
You've
tried.
been to Port Harcourt, you've been to Lagos,
I've
you're in
never
Abuja.
tried. It came naturally.
Let's move on, guys.
I've never been to Mina. I'd
You
like to
haven't?
go to
Mina's
Mina.
a very beautiful place. Niger State is a very beautiful place. I love it. Very stable, very nice.
I do not, I'm not in disbelief because when I went to
go to Mina to go visit my friend. Must be from that school. What's it called? Foot Mina.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with my girlfriend, she says, and then they go on a journey from Abuja to Mina.
Okay.
They get to Mina and good. Some kind of fraternity begins to ensue where the girl's like, okay, let's go. I was like, I don't want to go out. Okay, boyfriend, let's go out. Let me stay and watch over your friend. alone.
Right.
Someone's got to take care of her.
Okay.
She leaves, forgets something, turns around. I don't think she forgot. Turns around, comes back home, and sees them engaged in a grind that is only.
Wow.
And kata kata don't bust. You said there's another part to that story. Am I correct?
So,
What is this? What is this? What is this?
okay, first things first, go to school and learn.
Exactly.
Don't be doing all of that. But yeah, more seriously, yeah. So, the lady. The boyfriend goes on
the thread.
online and start saying like, why have you done this? I've been begging you. That it wasn't my fault.
I always think
No,
that
you know
we're
what's
the ones
you know
who
what's funny? See, own your F up. You see, you've messed up. Your girl is hurt. One thing for you to be caught with some random person.
It's another thing to be
Well,
caught with a
we'll-
person that they know.
Even bro code talk
You
out.
know.
So
you can't
I'm so
do
sorry.
stuff
Let
like
me
that.
ask a
Oh, no,
question.
sorry, guys, have been quiet. Let's
No, I
gang.
just
Yeah,
wanted to.
I'm just
Gang, I want you
wondering-
to answer me this question for me. I'm so sorry.
This is
Where
where
do
you
you draw?
hijack
I'm
the
so,
show.
no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Where do you draw the line?
You know, where do you draw the line between this is what I can do and this is what I can't do, even in my mess up as a guy?
This is what I can't do. Even
Did
in
the
my
guy
mess up.
really mess up?
That's what he's talking
No,
about.
so
That's
what I'm
he's
saying is,
Do you understand what I'm
it's
saying?
like
Yeah.
it's like what guys say.
Yeah.
You can't dip my sister, no matter how.
Exactly.
You
That's a
can't
line
dip
you
my
can't
sister.
cross.
You can't. You can't.
Can't dip
This guy was chilling in Mina.
and then he got
Under
a
the hot
His
sun.
girlfriend came from out of town.
With the
He's
girl.
been snack.
He's been starved, and she came with a snack, and then left the snack in front of him, and to tempt. I'm wondering.
It's like leaving the fish
See,
in front of the
so
cat.
let me just put it like this. I really don't know why. With her while you went to go and do other stuff.
So it's simple. It's simple. They're friends. They're friends. So when you're friends with someone, there's certain things you don't expect them to do. And all of that. Any lady will expect, a friend to know what to do.
Now
To know
let me
boundaries and
look
all
for
of that,
trouble.
so.
Let me look for trouble. In all honesty, it's
Oh,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
do you understand? So you're allowed to an extent snatch.
Yeah,
Do
while
you
you're in
understand?
that
While you're
dynamic.
in that dynamic, you get me? So that's what happened. At the end of the day, don't be surprised if that's his new girlfriend.
Yeah.
Wait,
Exactly,
but
very
calm
true.
down. So the guy's response online was literally saying that, oh, yeah, I messed up.
nature to want to justify or
Shall
shall I? Let's put it that way. I think it's just guilt, and I don't want to waste too much time on it
Okay.
because we've got other.
Because I've
you
not
know.
spoken about this at all. First, I think I'm going to speak from the girl's angle. I'm not making excuses for this guy, but I think that the guy is a loose cannon. That's first. The guy doesn't have self-control, and he doesn't have respect for the girl. That's it.
Simple.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there because I
That's
feel
it.
that these are very young people.
Yeah.
They're still in school.
Yeah.
I mean, which one of us here
But you know. Okay,
we've got
Okay,
more
okay.
things to talk
I
about.
would have
these
done it,
kids,
and I can
you know
see
where I
myself.
would do that.
I would have done
These
it.
kids
Because you
shouldn't
must
take our
respect
show.
your
All
personal.
right.
I mean, this
We've
is your.
heard you.
But you guys, you already know. But let's talk about this very interesting instance from over the week. A lawyer devastated after a girl pushed his son, I think it's the other way around, his son from a the slide.
Okay.
And the school didn't want to take responsibility initially, but then eventually did. However, we had this conversation on Breakfast Show. What would you do as a parent? What would you do as a parent? I mean,
So
gang,
it's ridiculous response from the school. In fact, my son, up till now, there's really no information about what happened. He felt and it required 18 stitches.
they didn't take him to the
Yes,
hospital.
and guess what? He conveniently told us that the cameras were off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
unfortunate individuals, yeah.
under the watch of the school, and this excuse comes in, and that's now very worrying because that means there's no safety procedures in place for certain institutions.
And there should be, actually.
and there
It's
should
very
be.
simple.
And if you saw the
So, I get very emotional when I talk about human life in Nigeria because we don't value human life in Nigeria. And it trickles down to
Buildings generally.
we have people who are in charge of making sure that children are safe in schools.
Yeah.
Now, you see that a lot of people spend some school because my son goes to one of the most expensive schools. I know how much I cough out every year. But when I brought him the academics was obviously different, but the safety cannot be compared. They don't now in the school they don't joke with safety. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some parents don't. Okay, so I went to this school.
Let's stick to
on
one
the
story.
island.
Let's
You
stick
know,
to one story.
no.
Let's stick to one story.
I want to let you understand that it is very important for
Yeah.
people.
Because after all, you might even send them to school and they will now say they want
Exactly.
vaccine.
And similar to
is
something
fair.
I said.
I'm
you know,
telling
we pay for more than just the academics.
Yes.
You know, the ambience of certain schools,
That's
certain
it.
activities. Ago, she was, although to an extent, it wasn't really her fault.
Yeah.
She was doing gymnastics and slipped, and she was trying to stop herself from hitting her head.
Okay.
So she put her arm there and. those are some of the concerns that parents have
Yeah.
when I give you my kids.
Yeah.
Then the problem is a lot of schools don't want to own up to when they messed up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just come out and say,
Most
Zeno,
of them actually do
Zeno,
not. And you
look
as a
at
parent,
the- look
it's your
at-
responsibility.
Yeah.
to
Zeno,
make
look
sure
at the
that is in
girl,
place
that
first.
girl, the girl that got electrocuted in school.
Yeah.
We have not heard anything about
Yeah.
it. Look
Yeah,
at this.
sad
The
is-
boy. Away with it.
Yeah.
Okay, stop the presses. It's time.
yeah, you said you were
Midway-
making an announcement.
It's
of
we're
some sort.
midway into the show, so I have to tell.
You're coming out of your closet.
You are.
I want to hear it.
Would you stop?
Look into the camera and say, I am.
I am not going to be hosting the Black Table.
Measure.
No holds, no holds barred. Every single evening, we let out our souls, our flaws, and it's been a great time here at TVC, and this morning I announced on the breakfast show that I will not be showing up on the breakfast show again on Wake Up Nigeria, and the same is here, as I am moving on to other endeavors in life. It's been a great time here at TVC, and I say this with a smile on my face as against what it was in the morning, but
This guy's coming from the back, man.
He always wanted to be behind you. My brother. My brother.
to recover from that. Well, thank you, gang. I'm sure that was
You look
bubbly.
traumatized, man.
I am traumatized. But in any case, yes. So it's been a great time here, and I've loved it. And I will. This nutcase in the house who's definitely going to be here all the time.
I have an
And of course,
announcement
everybody
as
else. Yes, like I said from before, he also has an announcement that he has to make, and this is finally it.
Yeah. I've known Zeno for almost 2 decades.
Yeah, it's been 20 years, man.
It's been a great ride. We've worked together on radio. We really appreciate everything you've done. From my heart, I want to say these words. I hardly say this to men, but I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
It's okay, gang.
I love you. That's it. That's the joke. But I need to give you your flowers as well. You've been a great producer on the show. People don't know that you're. Me to people.
Wow.
Has really also helped my TV presence. I've never been a face for television.
But you don't
or stuff
go anywhere.
that.
Oh, let me.
I miss Zeno. Zeno's bringing this thing out of me. I love Zeno so much that we might do something tonight.
Go out clubbing.
We might hang out. Whatever happens, happens.
I will tell you something. I think I told. Everything has been fantastic, but this, I'm tempted to use the MF word over here. I've known the longest, and I think people actually tune in to see this relationship. Jersey
great.
guys on Urban FM are taking the other. You was called taking over, but you used to
one.
remain the genuine.
Come on, man.
The genuine.
I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Gang, why? Why?
Inside joke, guys.
Okay, wait.
Can we take a break?
Yes.
You always take the bill on the first date, second date, and third date. Bro code.
Mazzino Appeal. It's been a pleasure. It's been grand, and I've said my bit. Gang has waxed lyrical.
It said too much.
And it said too much.
Too much.
So we're gagging him from now. All the little bits and pieces everybody
I'll
shared
let
on
him go
social media.
first.
All right.
I'll let him go first.
Ladies first.
Wow. You just took all the words away from me then. Wow. I mean, what can I say about Zeno? Zeno, well, like you said, we met in the biking community, and going on, and then I realized it was a TV person. I'm like, okay, cool, nice. And then the next thing, Olamide called me, and I met with him on the table. I'm like, you from the stage,
I remember that one.
I was just saying hi and
That was good,
everything,
that was good.
and
That was a good
it's
one.
been an amazing time for me personally.
Oh, thank you very much,
You've
man.
been absolutely fantastic. Whole of West Africa.
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's now come to common people.
K-Jazz.
So
K-Jazz,
if you
exactly.
guys think I'm going to say something nice about Mazzino,
You better.
Nope.
You
I'm
better.
not going to
Come on.
say it.
You better, man.
Mazzino stole my girl when we were in secondary school.
I did.
You have not
I
gotten
did
over
do
this
so-
thing.
I have
No,
not
no,
gotten
no, no.
over it.
This is not the show you
Yeah.
guys signed up for. We're sorry.
But more seriously, Mazzino is a fantastic guy. Of course, this is not exactly goodbye. This is just, see you. It's on social media.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That
I said
was-
very nice things about
Thank you very much.
Things I didn't mean, but I said them.
You can check out his eulogy, not a eulogy. Proud of. I'd like to say, if you guys find any video of me seeming to shed tears, I was acting. The Oscars are only just
That's a lie.
The Oscars are only just a couple of days away. Know that I can act.
Now you can
so,
act, you never
this
can
guy
tell.
cried
The
for
opportunity
Africa.
is nice.
There are a couple of film industries you can move into as well, but let's not talk about that. All right, let's
This
move
is a
on.
different gang today.
You mentioned he might move into Nollywood, and when I hear wood and the film industry, and I hear Gino, I'm
Why?
like, okay,
Wait. So, guys, why aren't you this guy on radio?
because
why?
they can't have.
Radio.
Yeah.
We had a full-on competition. It was rhythm versus cool, and we wanted to be the best. And
I
this guy
have a
was-
good answer to
this guy
that, but I'm
was
not.
killing
I
it.
don't think I'm allowed to
And then I think that on TV you are much more unrestrained. You're funnier. You're crazy. You
Yeah, 'cause
are
you guys get me drunk. And
you are real.
who's awake now?
I don't know if we can put this show even on YouTube. But it's been a grand one, guys, and I've we're the only ones doing this on national TV.
Yeah.
Every other thing is plastic, whether you like it or not. We keep our table black and raw. We don't care about the blue. Quick fire, because I don't know.
No.
because
Let's just go straight into
Let's
what
talk
we
about
want
it.
to talk about. Yeah.
Let's talk about DNA tests. Are they really necessary? Is this goes? It happens at the hospital. Okay, well done, madam. A little prick, and we take it for blood test.
Yeah.
And we do the DNA. Here's your certificate. It's your kid. It's your kid. Congratulations, sir. You're not being scammed. That's
Okay.
supposed to be normal.
Yeah. So,
Am I the only one who sees this as too much? Or
so I
as
don't.
normal?
I don't think what you've said. Not a thing. People do DNA tests to either prove or disprove the
Authenticity of the
authenticity
child,
of
a
the
claim
child.
that the child is yours.
And I want to find out if this child belongs to me. And unfortunately, almost everywhere across the world, there's always a story.
You are not the father.
Yeah,
And it's so
exactly.
I see people bawling and crying and
You know,
Yeah.
you know what is
Jubilating
very
and all.
interesting for me, and you know, every time we talk about to understand that if we're asking for DNA, it's just to, of course, like you said, check the authenticity of the claim that that child is yours.
Yeah.
All right. Now, already, yes, that child
Yeah.
begins to look like you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that a real thing?
So let me give you an example.
Okay.
Do you know that you begin to look like your
Your
wife?
partner.
If moves too close to soap, it becomes soap.
Part of it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That leaf will also become soap because, of course, once you rub the soap, all right. In fact, I think they should implement
Mandatory.
like a law that says that once a woman gives birth to
Talk about that,
Alright.
but I'm saying this beyond all of the things you've said because we also need to establish that there's a relationship here between a man and a woman, and you know the child doesn't just drop from a tree. And I feel, and it's just my own opinion, that if this is made mandatory, results.
So if you're not hiding anything,
So
you shouldn't,
I,
you
exactly.
shouldn't have a
I
problem
know
with
it
that.
shouldn't be a big deal, but
Because
I
that's
feel,
just one side
I
of
feel that's
looking
it's
at it.
one-sided that
Yeah,
way
yeah.
because
Okay, so I understand where you're coming from,
Yeah.
right? But would you feel it's better for that person to find out 20 years after?
No, I don't think
no,
so.
no, no.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
But
Because
I'm just
the
saying-
question now,
Because it's so heart-aching
Yeah, I
to
know,
find out
I
that you
know.
have taken care of a child, you have done everything to be a father to that child, and then you find out it's not something you would like.
There's a difference between being a biological. There's certain ways when the baby is still in the womb
Yeah.
that you can actually do DNA tests.
Oh, you can do that?
There is a way. It's it's very complicated.
It's very. Yeah, I
Yes,
think it should
once
be.
you have.
So what happens if
Yeah.
the result on the day of birth? You've stuck around for 9 months of pregnancy.
Yes.
On the day of birth, you now find out it's not yours. What
So-
happens?
That comes with it.
So for me, the thing is this: if you have such a law that makes it mandatory that you will always have to receive a certificate proving that this is your child, it will stop the possibility
of people trying
of people
to
cheating
trick.
on your or
Yeah, tricking other
foistering
people.
kids that are not yours
Yeah.
on you. So, before I even go in.
Also, some couples that the husband knows he cannot father children and
I
permits
guess.
the wife to do
Yes,
that.
no,
I
that's
guess, yeah.
So the
different.
hospital still say we're going to take a DNA test. Then the
No,
hospital
no,
says,
no,
It's
that's
not the
different.
husband.
I
It
already
does not
know
be the That's what it should be, and it's. I think.
But you
it's
can see
just
where the
normal.
challenge lies because this is directly pointing at women.
Exactly.
I was going to say that in all
Exactly.
of this,
While men
none
are
of us-
busy
none
messing
of us.
You've been sleeping with her to the point that she can conveniently say I'm pregnant for you and you
Exactly.
can't deny it.
Yeah.
Baba, carry your cross.
So even if the child is not yours, that's
I'm a bit confused.
so that means that your wife can go and get pregnant
And then
and
you
bring
carry
it to you,
your
and you
cross.
carry
You
the
carry,
cross.
see, listen, because there's something he said, and this
Nice
has
one. I
happened.
like that.
People have found out 20 years later.
They play my fan.
Would you this? No, let's say 20 years. That's an adult. Let's say 12 years. Would you disown that?
I think for me it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah.
I will feel betrayed by.
Mother, but I
The
wouldn't-
mother,
I
but
wouldn't
not the
visit
child.
it.
So the kind of person I am, I
Not
don't
the
think
child.
I would. I don't think I will feel. I can't. I can't watch that child. Saying that you're not my child, but you're not biologically
My
mine.
child,
But
yeah.
I will still take care of you because God has given you to me to take care of. Child is another level.
See, I
It's
honestly-
not
no,
the
no,
kid's
that
fault.
level.
It's not the child's fault.
That's why I said
If you
I
say
will
that you
take
won't
care of
be-
the child.
You will take care, but you won't be present.
No. So
Will
taking
you
care of
be
a
present?
child doesn't mean that you have to leave.
Totally different personality you're breeding.
So
Check it out.
So,
Listen, let me tell you what a father adds to any
Okay.
dynamic when it comes to children.
Okay.
Emotional value,
Right.
self-esteem, while fathers are like,
prepare you for the world.
all right, so I'm here to protect you, but this is what you're being protected from.
Yeah, and
So
prepare
it's a
you for
different kind of
reality.
problem. Yeah,
so take care of the child. That is benevolent enough for me. It is.
It's your opinion.
Do you
It's your
understand what I'm
choice.
saying?
Yeah, I get you.
I could have left the stay there. Every time I'm looking at that child, my heart
You're
is
reminded of
getting
the betrayal.
I am
Gang, you were
constantly
gonna say
reminded.
something real
Because
quick.
for me, I'm like, I love the conversation. That's why I've just been listening to you guys, and it's great to see that you guys are now feeling the impact that women feel when their men are unfaithful.
Okay.
Test that you have been with another woman, which can possibly result in pregnancy. She has the right to also tell you, I'm is there.
The possibility is there, but-
So wait, are you saying now that if the person brings the or okay, if the person cheats on,
I'm saying the
their
only way
partner-
to have a kid is to
Right.
have sex. So if you're having they have kids elsewhere.
Yeah,
for
So
Deck?
sense.
no, not for Deck. Deck is a straight,
He has
a
to
straight
go
guy.
home, he has to
So
go home. He has
Just
to
wanted
go
to be sure.
around. I'm messing around. Unfortunately, I got pregnant.
Wow.
So, guys, we have to take the messages that we've got coming in. I'm not going to go on a break. Apologies, producers. We Adeli says, Mazino, did you use grass sandwich to describe sex? Yes, there are other ways I could describe it. Bumping pelvises. I can't even remember.
No, wait,
It sounds like
so last
something I'll say. Amina said, Mazino calls me Zeno. I will not only post the situation on social media, I will go to his. Talking about the
the stories.
you took her to him. I mean, like Gang said,
Give him a snack.
you gave him a snack. It would seem. Know thy friend.
It was probably open that she'll join in.
Akshina says, "What, Mazino? You're leaving? Yes, I'm leaving. Are you joking? No. Oh my God, him too. No, he's still around. Thank you, Sheena. But yes, it's about that time. Every good thing must come to an end. David said." You can't go, you can't leave us. No, Mazino. Thank you. Mazino, I'm going to miss you. I am your secret admirer. Where are you going to be? Don't leave us, please. You all have to. You all have said it all. Our lives depend on the internet. I can only imagine the people who make money off of it. At Shayo says Deck should try to make more. Did we mention any Oluchi?
I think that's the
girl, oh yeah, the girl from Mina.
From Mina.
Atfuya says, take your friend to your man's house at your own risk. Very, very true. And even if no matter how it's just
Exactly.
respect.
Boundaries.
Boundaries.
Yeah.
I don't have their numbers. I don't want their numbers.
It's not necessary.
You know, it's not necessary. Don't tempt yourself at the end of the day. Should always be some sort of insurance that takes
Yes,
accident
absolutely.
insurance that takes
Yes,
care of these kind of things.
yes.
And parents owe it to themselves and their kids to always check whether these schools have it before putting your kids in
them.
these
Absolutely,
institutions.
I agree.
That was where I was going to go, decked in Lemmy land.
I'm sorry.
They need to start arresting teachers or the head teachers if they cannot provide any form of It's already almost Saturday morning. Let me say this, guys. Today,
You're taking the tip.
I am going to be taking...
The tip.
I'm not taking it.
You're taking the tip.
I'm giving it. All right. I realized something today that everybody... You said something. Let's give people their flowers while they're alive. Until we're gone. I don't know if we ever have an out-of-body experience. But the amount of love that I felt today from breakfast up until now, you guys and all the texts coming in has been amazing. I feel like a superstar. And I think I'm going to take that and I'm going to use that wherever it is that I will be going. All your well wishes. Thank you guys for your friendship. Thank you for everything, man. It's been a great one. I've enjoyed my entire time here at TVC and the people I've met, every single person, whether behind the it's been great, and I believe that I've come out of it a very different person than I came into it. Damn, I was arrogant for wasn't I?
Great power comes.
Far away.
It's been a great show. It's been a great year and a half on the Black Table, a great 3.5 years. Oh my goodness, he's...
Hey, Dad.
Good morning for Saturday
Good morning.
Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you so much.